In this lesson, we're going to be looking at creating this type of motion graphics that you would normally see on TV channels like Nickelodeon. So let's jump right into it. This lecture is a snippet of my Master Geometry Nodes course. So if you want to check out the whole lecture and other lectures like this, you can go in the description. I've added a discount code for anyone who wants to check out the course. Or you can download the project files on my Patreon page to examine them. This is all procedure, and actually, if I come here, I can even change the text within the Geometry Nodes modifier here. So I just have to find text object. So I can say, hey, and that should update everything, including the materials. So we're going to start with a curve that is going to direct our text animation. So let me add a curve object. I'll go to edit mode and use V to change the handle type to automatic. Now I can come in here and just move this around. Okay, so this is our curve. Now we can go to Geometry Nodes and start by setting up a text object. So I'm going to use Shift A and use a node called string curve. This turns any text you type in here and converts it into curve instances. So I can use, say, hello, and take a look at this node, and you can see we have hello. Because we have this curve here, we can give it a profile to turn it into a mesh using a curve to mesh node, and we can use these instances, these curve instances, as the profile. Now we're going to get an error because this expects curves, but we are giving it curve instances. So we need to realize these instances so that they are turned into the geometry we're using. So if we take a look at this, you can see that this just extrudes this into the direction of the curve. And you can play with the size here to change the size. And I want this end to be filled, so I can turn on fill end caps just like that, and have that. You can also change the font by just going to the strings to curve node and go to the font settings and select any font you want. Now this is facing the wrong direction, so I can use set curve normal to change the rotation of the curve. I can set it to Z up or free, and this will change the orientation of the curve. And if I want to rotate this, I can use the set tilde, set curve tilde, and that can allow me to adjust the angle. But you see, it's rotating as if the pivot point is around here, and that's because if we look at this curve here, you can see that the pivot point is at the edge there. But we can change that by changing the aligning, the horizontal align, to center, so that this text is at the center. And now we should see that when we tilt this, it's tilting in the center. Now if you look at my original render, you can see that this twists while it's animating. So what we can do is tilt this by the length of the curve. So we can use the spline parameter, bring that in into the factor, and use a math node, set it to multiply, and increase these other rotations to get this rotated like that. Right now this is ending in a vertical rotation, but I want it to be horizontal. So what I can do is just add a math node with the operation of add. That way I can have control over the final orientation, just like that. I can use a resample curve here to control the resolution, or if you don't want to do that, you can just change the spline type. So set spline type, we can set the spline type to something like Bezier or nubs. So those were the building blocks of what makes up this animation. If you want the whole lecture where we go into the materials and adding extra animations and polishing the animation, check out the course. Links are in the description. I'm still adding more content to the course as there's quite a lot to learn. So see you there.